Democracy's darkest deception. How the West built a terror machine to save itself. Introduction. A piercing cold rain swept through USA on that fateful night, saturating the cobblestones and casting a poignant tableau worthy of the most gripping film noir. The air felt electric with anticipation, thick and pregnant with unspoken promises, as storm clouds loomed ominously overhead. In the dim glow of a solitary railway siding, American officers, their faces obscured by drenched hats, exchanged wary glances with impeccably dressed Swiss bankers, cloaked in tailored coats that sang of wealth and undisclosed secrets. Together, they bore witness to a chilling spectacle. Uniformed men, shadowy figures cloaked in anonymity, moved with a balletic precision, their expressions inscrutable beneath the brims of their caps. These men, stoic and deliberate, orchestrated the loading of heavy wooden crates onto the waiting train. Each box was marked with cryptic codes, symbols, and figures that would elicit nothing more than passing curiosity from an outsider. But to those in the know, the markings were sophisticated language, an esoteric script that spoke of hidden fortunes and the complexities of power. Each crate, bolted shut and sealed tight, was heavy not just with gold, but with the profound weight of human ambition and the haunting aftershocks of a world engulfed in chaos. As the rain drummed a relentless rhythm against the metal skin of the train, a tense energy electrified the air, a palpable charge that felt as potent as a live wire. Whispers floated like phantoms on the wind. Secrets exchanged in hurried tones, their meanings tightly woven beneath layers of implication. This was no ordinary transaction. It was an audacious, clandestine exchange, one that carried the potential to transform the very fabric of society. What passed between those shadowed figures that night was far more than mere plunder. It was the very seed capital of a new world order, poised to flourish quietly in the hidden alcoves of power. As the rain surged, a symphony of sound drenched the scene, submerging the muted conversations. The creaking would reverberate with the urgency of their labor. A deluge of lightning crackled in the distance, illuminating the fervent determination etched upon the faces of the American officers and Swiss bankers. Swept up in a maelstrom of dread and resolve, they understood the high stakes involved, the precarious balance they were daring to append for their gain. Each crate they secured was a step deeper into an abyss from which there might be no return. As the final box clattered into place, an unsettling silence enveloped the gathering, the continuous downpour fading to a muffled roar as the intensity of hearts quickened in unison. All eyes turned toward the locomotive, anticipating that moment when it would pull away into the enveloping night, carrying not just cargo but the remnants of a conflict that had shattered lives and the means to align the future as they saw fit. This was a currency born from anguish and loss, a hidden mechanism destined to flourish in the shadows, beyond the reach of prying eyes, untouched by a decree of parliaments or courts. At that moment, just before the train's whistle shattered the stillness, a taller figure among the uniformed men turned to regard the gathering, eyes glinting with a feral intensity. It was as if he embodied the spirit of this audacious endeavor, a living testament to the power found in the obscured corners of the world, the darkness from which a new order was poised to unfurl. With a final, knowing nod, he returned to his work, disappearing into the curtain of rain, leaving behind only the whisper of fate hanging in the air. The night would remember this transaction, as would history, forever changed by the clandestine machinations that unfolded beneath its shroud. I begin here not for drama's sake, but because this transaction, one among hundreds that slipped beneath the headlines in the late 1940s, was a pivot point for the world we now inhabit. The story of how looted treasure, Vatican corridors, and covert intelligence networks became the backbone of a new global elite is not a fable or fever dream. It is a forensic puzzle, stitched together from declassified files, financial ledgers, deathbed confessions, and the lingering footprints of men who understood that history is more often written in bank ledgers than in official archives. I am not a theorist. My name is Hugh Brent. For nearly 3 decades, I navigated complex realms where intelligence, off-the-book finance, and diplomatic intrigue intersect. I never donned a uniform, nor did I ever salute a flag. My work was transactional, quiet, and always shrouded in deniability. I moved funds, orchestrated arrangements, and, when the moment required, kept my lips sealed. I have outlived most of my colleagues, not necessarily because I was the smartest or bravest, but perhaps due to a combination of luck and diminishing returns. I write not for glory, nor vengeance. I write to document the truths that time and silence threaten to erase entirely.